Hi guys, welcome back. It has been a while. I took a little break, but if you are new here, welcome to my channel. And if you're returning, welcome back guys. Yes, I took a little break. I had a lot of life changes recently, and the life changes were really stressing me out. So I kind of wanted to take a refresher, take a break off of YouTube in general and just kind of reevaluate how I want to go about these videos. I do miss making videos. I think that it was one thing that allowed me to have this creative outlet, but also helped brand my business. And I kind of wanted to put a little bit more effort in, so I was brainstorming how I wanted to go forward with this channel. And I think that being on camera, having like kind of a face that you guys can see is a little bit better. So I'm going to be doing more intro parts to my lash videos. There's still going to be lash videos, but I do think that I kind of want to be more interactive so you guys can see my personality. Also, got new tattoos. I've been getting a few of them. I have one here as well. Like I said, life changes, guys. As the channel keeps progressing, you will see me gradually get covered. So that's a journey that you guys can follow me on as well. What I wanted to kind of get into in terms of how I'm going to go about these videos is the fact that I want to have this intro part of my video where I can kind of like talk about my set consultation and how I guess go about doing these sets, and then during the time lapse it'll be more of the nitty gritty of the sets in terms of like length and diameter and all that. But today we are going to be focusing on a very natural set. Now recently I posted a YouTube short and people were not having it. Apparently it was way too dense, way too fluffy, and I get it. Look, my lashes, okay, they are pretty like dense, but they're not like crazy dense. I think that they're like at a nice length, but it's not for everybody. And I know that a lot of sets aren't for a lot of people, and that's totally okay. But people were just saying that they were like ugly and stuff, and I deleted a few comments because it was a little harsh. I get that if it's not your thing, it's not your thing, okay? People like different styles. So today, we're gonna be doing a natural set. So this client, she likes them really short, really natural. I've posted kind of a time lapse before on this set and this client in particular, but I kind of wanted to get into it. Coming into like taking her as a new client, she automatically off the bat said that like she wanted something really natural that she can wear every single day, but it doesn't necessarily look like she has lash extensions. Very, very short. It starts from 7 to 12. Like I mentioned in my other videos, I always skip the length that is next to the longest. So what I mean by that is because it's 7 to 12, I don't use size 11 next to the 12 in Cateye. Now this only applies to Cateye. It's because I like that little flick. I do it for my own lashes too. And yes, I do my own lashes. If you're interested, I have a bunch of videos on them. You can go take a look. But as you can see how there's like that nice little like flick there? I find that if you skip a length, it adds that nice little dramatic kind of eyeliner effect, and I really like that. So when people come in to ask for a Cateye set, that's kind of what I give them as well. So let's get into this video and I will talk about the diameter, the length, how I go about this set, and the nitty-gritty stuff. Okay, so I did mention this before, but like I said, we are doing a very natural set. I am using C and CC curl. CC curl will always be on the very outer corners of the eyes because we're doing a cat eye set. If you are a beginner and you don't really know the difference or are very keen on doll eye or cat eye basically is smaller from the inner corner, and then you go gradually longer on the outer corner, and then doll eye is longest length is in the middle. The more lengths you use, the more dramatic the cat eye will look. It'll just have a gradual increase in size, and you can really see the difference. But particularly with this set, I just started at 7 and then we went to 12. You can still see quite a big difference, but I do have lengths that go down to 5, so if I wanted something even more dramatic, I could do that as well. Going from 7 to 12 gives a really nice eyeliner effect because it's not very long. It's a very natural set. I mentioned before that she wanted something every day. You know, she works in an office. She doesn't want anything to be too dramatic. She doesn't wear too much makeup, so this was a great way for her to kind of have lash extensions that aren't always in your face. And a lot of my sets, I actually do specialize in this kind of style, very natural wet set. However, with the wet set, usually what I do is go in with a bonder or a serum at the very end, and I kind of go through the lashes and coat it with that serum, whatever I'm using. But because she did still want some density, she didn't want it to be that natural. So we actually played around, and this is what I mean by talking to your clients. It's really important to get feedback. I always tell them, please, please, please let me know what you want to alter if you are not happy or fully satisfied with your set, because there's always room for like improvement and growth. So basically with this client, I just kind of asked her, okay, so what can we adjust? And she just said that she wanted a little bit shorter in the inner, so that's why I gave her down to 7. And then she also said maybe if there's a way to make it darker, which I stopped adding the serum. And when you don't add any serum or anything, the lashes don't stick together in terms of the spikes, so it gives a darker look. If you want it to be more of a natural look, you can go ahead and add that serum. It kind of emulates a classic set, but she said that she wanted that volume and the density, but just really short. So if you stay tuned, you can really see the difference in darkness in comparison to any of my other videos where I do the wet set. It's very light and kind of spikier, if that makes sense. And so for each spike, I'm using 0.05. Now this entire set is done using spikes only. The difference is that the spikes are still like slightly fluffy. So I'm using 0.05, Cateye, wet lash volume, C and CC curl. And like I mentioned before, we always skip the length that is next to the longest, meaning 11C curl is not being used. And this set was about 3 weeks old because I am doing a refill. My policy for any volume set, that even includes wet sets, is every 3 weeks. So she came in to come get her fill. And I'm really sorry about the way I'm filming. I know on certain eyes you can't really see the application process. It's very hard to film when you're the only person filming. I don't have a team or anything, so I'm doing this all by myself, so please bear with me. But yeah, I try to always make the longest length a little bit kind of, what do you call it? Like I like to move the length in a bit, so I don't go to the very outer because it makes the eye look droopy. I actually bring that 12 maybe to the arc of the eyebrow, maybe even slightly a little bit less in the middle of the eye, so it really gives that nice lifted look. The last thing you want to do is make the eye look droopy. I hate that look, but some people like it, so I mean it's to each their own. But usually when people come to me, I know what they're looking for, and it is definitely the lifted cat eye set. And I also have been using my Nano Mister recently just to make sure that they're curing on time and that the glue isn't sticking to, or sorry, the glue isn't drying too slow so that the lashes don't stick together. If you guys are looking for a Nano Mister, you can get them on Amazon, but I also get mine from Lash God. I have a fan that's linked in the description box below that actually comes with a mister, and that is really convenient for me. But recently I've just been using the Nano Mister because it's a little stronger. Be careful using the Nano Mister. You don't want to over cure your lashes. What happens is if you over cure it, they get brittle and they'll snap off. You'll know that you over cured your lashes when the base of the lash turns white. That's a big no-no. You do not want that. It will affect the retention. Because this is a spike, you apply them like classic lashes. However, break that base. Rub it on your finger, rub it on the sticky part of the lash, open up the base so that you can get that nice wrap around the natural lash. I've talked about this time and time again. If you are interested in what the wrapping method is, please check out my other videos. I go into depth about that. But each year that I'm doing lashes, I kind of switch up my techniques. And for the spikes, I used to just kind of apply them on like classic lashes, but they do not stick unless that base is wrapped around the natural lash and to have high retention. So that's basically this set. You will see like at the very end how nice and elegant it is. I could even go shorter. I think the shortest I've ever done was 11. I don't know if I would go shorter than that, especially if it's like a cat eye, because it's kind of hard to see that gradual growth in length. But yeah, just kind of play around with it. Ask what your client wants. Again, every client is different, so you'll never really know unless you talk to them and have that consultation. Consultations can be done over the phone, through text, DMs, email. I prefer to do it over the DMs. That's just my own preference, because I do have multiple people kind of messaging me at once. It allows people to kind of talk to me on their own time rather than just like picking up the phone and calling, because it can get a little hectic. So yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm glad to be back. I'll be posting again every Sunday, and I will try my best to come up with new content and also show you guys my personality a little bit more. Obviously, the time-lapse part, I do want to be more informational and kind of educational, so more formal in the way that I'm speaking. But yeah, sometimes maybe I'll do some videos that aren't really even related to lash extensions. So yeah. Anyway, guys, if you have any questions, please leave a comment in the comment section down below. I appreciate everybody's constant support. Again, stay tuned if you want to see the results. It is at the very end. I took a little slow motion video. And if you can subscribe, that would be amazing if you're new here. And a like will also help. I'm going to try to also upload more YouTube shorts. They do well, but wasn't really feeling the negative comments the last time. So let's be kind out there. Alright, guys, stay tuned and see the rest later. Bye.
Oxytocin, high on hoping that the way that you love me can fix how I hate myself. Overdosing on emotion, but when the chemical love wears off, I'm just as broken. And my oxytocin. I saw you once, that's when you caught my eye. But I saw someone, it didn't feel right. I waited for you, thought I was sure. When you came around, I thought I wanted more. How many times do you wanna play around? How many times do I have to call you out? I kept on waiting for you patiently when all you